Perfect. Perfect. Welcome to Dirty Fanatics United.
Falcon fans, Falcon Nation, Dirty Fanatics United is coming at you live on a Monday night at 8 o'clock. As always, I'm your host, Chase, followed by my co-host, Philip. Today, we're doing things a little different at the same desk together, doing it in the what we like to call avitstudio.com. Shout out to my boy, Philip, for having me over tonight to do this live podcast. Philip, what's been going on, man? Work. That's always Philip's answer, his go-to when we talk about what's been happening. Philip, busy man as he is. Big news for me, tomorrow morning, tonight, we will be giving birth to our newest son to make his entrance here on the earth. So excited about that. The last live podcast we can bring you here for quite some time, possibly some pop-up shows coming up, some shorts. We will definitely find something to do with the 53-man roster breakdown. That's coming up tomorrow. The Atlanta Falcons make the official 53-man roster, and I have a list here of people that we have already cut. We're going to go through that list. Before we do so, though, hit that like button if you're just now tuning in and leave a comment so we can talk Falcon football. Hit that subscribe button if you're a Falcon fan, because this is the place to be. Ring the bell so you know when we go live and all our content drops. Philip, we got a list here of players that have been cut. As soon as I can find it. Any surprising names here on this list? I'm going to run through the list real quick. Quarterback John Paddock, receiver Josh Allie, tight end Austin Stoger, Jordan Thomas, tight end, offensive lineman Zach Bailey, offensive lineman Jerry Jones-Smith, O-lineman John LeGlue, linebacker Story Jackson, linebacker Donovan Mutin, a guy that made kind of an impact this last preseason game. No, we allowed 31 points on the game, but we came around with 0 touchdowns that night. But Donovan Mutin was there making some tackles, making some impact that last preseason game. To see him on that first cut list was kind of a surprise to me. Thought maybe that would be a guy you hang on to for depth reasons, although you do have a pretty stacked spot already as it is there at linebacker. Then you have outside linebacker, Bradley Anae. Bradley Anae, one of the guys that came away with a sack, one of the only 3 sacks you had, and he's on the first roster cut here. Cornerback Trey Vavall, and then thank God, safety Lucas Dennis is no longer Atlanta Falcon. Falcon fans, leave a comment if you think one of these signing or one of these cut people that we made off of the 53-man roster, leading up to the 53-man roster. Anybody surprising you, Philip, here on this list as we go through tomorrow afternoon waiting for the 53-man roster?
I'm going to go with John Paddock. I don't get it, man. You went and you released him, got him back. Now you're releasing him again. Apparently you're going to hold on to Taylor Heineke. I don't know. Just a little confused. I feel like Heineke would have been the one go. But I don't know. We'll have to see how that turns out.
The new rule broke down today is you now have to have that third roster emergency quarterback spot filled through all 16 games here this season. John Paddock was a guy that you cut. You brought back John Paddock. You were having rough depth there at the quarterback spot. You initially cut the guy that you signed him for and then signed the guy that you cut him for. So the Falcons doing a little hopping around. John Paddock has been cut. Taylor Heineke. Falcon fans had the need to say how they felt about Taylor Heineke with these past 3 preseason games that we have seen. Shout out to my guy Crew here in the comment section. Said, DFU growing with baby Zan. Whoop, whoop. Rise the fuck up. Rise up, Crew Jones. Appreciate you tuning in, brother. Hit that like button and tell a friend about DFU. Falcon fans, we talking Falcon football. Taylor Heineke, Philip, that leads into our next subject here. Taylor Heineke, now that you have to have that emergency backup quarterback, now that is an official rule here for the 53-man roster spot, Taylor Heineke, is he safe in Atlanta?
Oh, man. If it was left up to me, probably no. But we'll have to see. I don't know what they got planned for him, really, but it wouldn't be shocked to me if we trade him for someone and then went and pick someone up off the free agency market. But
it's not hard to find a backup quarterback in the NFL, third string at that, because, I mean, there's so many out there. I mean, you look at the Patriots, they just traded for, what's his name? Willis, from
Malik
Willis from Tennessee Titans for a 7th-round draft pick, which is kind of what we were hoping would shape out here with Taylor Heineke. But now that you see John Paddock off the list, somebody that you could potentially bring back to the practice squad and still make that Taylor Heineke cut, still save that little bit of millions that you can save off the Taylor Heineke, or potentially get a later draft pick for Taylor Heineke for a team like the Patriots. Brissett just went down. Now they trade for Malik Willis. Something like that could happen leading up to this week 1 here in the NFL. So Taylor Heineke, I think, is still initially on the trade block.
He won't make it past the end of the season.
Taylor Heineke probably will not make it.
It'll be like how we did Sanu that year, 2020.
Yeah,
midway through the season and then traded.
Falcon fans, hit that like button. Leave a comment, Falcon fans. You don't understand how quick a comment can make a show continue on an hour, 30 minutes later. Philip, as we speak about 53-man roster cuts, if there's one person you could particular pick on the offense side of the ball other than Taylor Heineke, I'll give you a name, and then you give me a name of who maybe you think could potentially be gone here for this Falcons offense. I say, and a lot of fans are not going to agree with me here, and maybe you won't even agree with me, but Carlos Washington Jr. I think Carlos Washington Jr. is a guy that's probably going to be cut. I had hopes for him, but now that I see what a buddy from Alabama brought to the table, Jace McClellan from Alabama, what he brings to the table, the young legs, the young feet, he produced pretty much what Carlos Washington Jr. did in training camp. Philip, any name that you could think of that you could say you probably is on the fence about, or you know he's leaving the team?
I was thinking of Washington too, but I wanted to be different, but I can't think of anyone at the moment.
Another one that you could probably say, let's see, the receiver. I don't know his name, number 11. That was,
bro.
I forget.
Bro, gotta go.
That's another one. Maybe on the defense side of the ball, somebody that you got a deep spot when it comes to that D line. Give me a D lineman that could potentially shock fans that could be going here from the Atlanta Falcons very soon.
We talked earlier. I feel like it'd be D'Angelo Malone.
D'Angelo Malone, possibly a guy that you cut, you part ways with, you drafted him. You didn't see what he had with Arthur Smith last season. Arthur Smith didn't really play much, so now you have a guy coming in, learning a new scheme, his third year in the NFL, later draft round pick as it is, but a guy I had hope for. Philip made some tackles here in the preseason, looked okay throughout the preseason. Wasn't great. Didn't see that signing, that pick that you wanted to see out of him, but D'Angelo Malone, Falcon fans, let me know, is this a guy that we could potentially lose? Son screaming in the back. Brandon Keeler said, hashtag DFU. Falcon fans, we'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Falcon fans, we are back. Check out the latest merch over on, I forget the Bonfire. Check out Bonfire. Check out the merch. New merch to come. That is just something we have going on right now. Shout out to Brandon Keeler in the comment section. Said, hashtag DFU. Shout out to Brandon Keeler, man. Much love. Appreciate it. Falcon fans, we are talking Falcon football. Philip, there's not much to talk about until this 53-man roster hits. But obviously, we wanted to go live before things get really busy this week. But stay tuned for a pop-up show, shorts, Facebook Live, wherever it may be that you follow DFU. Please stay tuned. Stay tuned to the latest content that's coming. Philip, any other subject you want to bring up tonight before we get ready to wrap this show?
Damn, I don't know.
Phillips went to sleep on me tonight, Falcon fans. So thank you for tuning in tonight. Hit that like button. Leave a comment if you haven't already. And hit that subscribe button. Falcon fans, we were talking Falcon football. Hit that subscribe button. We out of here, man. A-Town down. Rise up. Peace out.